Every morning, before the sun finished lifting itself over the rooftops, the dog was already awake. His name was Milo. Though he did not think in names the way people did. He thought in smells, in sounds, in the small changes of light that told him whether the day would be warm or cool. He stretched his front legs forward, then his back legs, and finally stood still for a moment, listening to the house breathe around him. The house belonged to a man named Thomas. Thomas spoke often, but not loudly. His words moved slowly, as if he chose them one by one before letting them go. Milo liked this. Loud words made his ears flatten. Thomas's voice never did. When Thomas opened the door, Milo stepped outside first, nose low, tail gently moving. The yard held many stories. A bird had visited the fence during the night. A cat had passed through, careful and light. Somewhere beyond the houses, another dog had barked long after dark, carrying news Milo did not fully understand, but felt all the same. Milo walked with purpose. He always did. Even when he wandered, there was something steady about him, as if he believed the ground would guide him. Thomas followed, hands in his pockets, letting Milo decide where they would go. This had become their habit. Milo chose direction. Thomas trusted him. They moved through streets where the day was just beginning. Doors opened. Cars passed slowly. A woman watered plants near her home, and Milo paused long enough to smell the air near her shoes. She smiled, but did not reach out. Milo appreciated this. Some people understood that dogs, like thoughts, sometimes needed space. As they walked, Milo remembered another time. Not in pictures, not clearly, but in feelings. A time when the world had been larger and more confusing. A time before Thomas. Back then, Milo had followed smells without knowing where they led. Hunger had been a sharp, constant thing. Nights had felt long. Even now, years later, certain scents would pull at something deep inside him, and he would stop walking, head tilted, as if listening to a voice from far away. Thomas noticed these pauses. He never rushed them. He simply waited, knowing Milo would move again when he was ready. That morning, something was different. Milo sensed it before he could understand it. The air felt heavier, as if the day was holding its breath. A distant sound rolled across the sky. Milo slowed, ears lifting. He did not fear storms, but he respected them. Storms changed the rules. They turned down a street Milo did not usually choose. Thomas hesitated for a moment, then followed. Trust, once given, is not easily taken back. Milo's steps became more certain, his nose leading him forward. The world was speaking, and he was listening carefully. Rain began suddenly, sharp and cold. It darkened the pavement and filled the air with fresh, rushing scents. Thomas pulled his jacket closer. Milo welcomed the rain. It washed the world clean, revealing layers usually hidden. He could smell earth, metal, leaves, and something else. Something familiar. Milo stopped at the edge of a small open area where water gathered in shallow pools. His tail slowed. His head lowered. The smell was there again, stronger now. It was the smell of another dog, old and fading, mixed with sadness. Milo stood very still. Thomas knelt beside him. "You okay, buddy?" he asked softly. Milo did not move, but he leaned slightly toward Thomas, just enough to feel the warmth of him. Then, gently, he stepped forward again. Whatever memory the smell carried, Milo let it pass. Then he had learned something important since those earlier days. The past could be noticed without being followed. The rain eased as quickly as it had come. Clouds broke apart, letting thin light spill through. Milo led Thomas onward, turning and weaving, until, without thinking about it, they were heading home. Milo always knew when it was time. Hunger was not the reason anymore. Comfort was. When the house came into view, Milo's pace slowed. He liked this moment, the feeling of arrival. Thomas opened the door, and warm air met them. Milo stepped inside and shook the rain from his coat, droplets flying in every direction. Thomas laughed, a sound Milo liked almost as much as food. Later, as Milo lay on the floor, eyes half closed, he listened to the familiar sounds of the house. The day moved on outside, but here everything felt right. Milo did not think about where he had been or where he would go next. He did not need to. He knew one thing with complete certainty. No matter how many paths the world offered, he knew where he belonged. And tomorrow, when the light returned, he would wake again, ready to listen.